Crash Team Racing is a game full of perplexing, difficult to pull off shortcuts, and perhaps no shortcut is more perplexing than Tiny Arena Skip. In this video I hope to demonstrate how to pull off the skip, what to look out for, and the keys to getting it right, with the hope of disposing with some of the mystique on if there truly is a consistent setup for CTR's most satisfying shortcut. Hi, and welcome back to another informative Crash Team Racing video. Today I wanted to showcase Tiny Arena Skip, not the way it's done in the time trial, but the way it's done in the speedrun, because it's one of the most important skips at a 50 minute level, and I think a lot of people have wanted to see this for a long time, so now is a pretty good time to make it, considering I haven't made a tutorial for CTR in a while, and I think, yeah, now's the perfect time. So welcome to my tutorial on Tiny Arena Skip. So the first thing you're going to want to do in Tiny Arena is actually complete a lap. The reason why, pretty simple, but also if you're not totally aware of like why you have to do it, you might go for it on lap 1, make it, and then like completely soft lock the game, and the only way to get out of it is by pausing the game and retrying the level. So to explain why you have to complete at least one lap first, this game's checkpoint system works in a kind of weird way. If you look at where I am on the minimap right now, basically when I get around this turn is a perfect example. So when I get round this turn, 10 seconds, this is layman's terms, this isn't actually like totally accurate, but this is the idea. Basically, when I went round that turn, about 10 seconds ahead of me loaded into existence, so I can drive on it. And this happens every time you barely go forward. 10 seconds into the future will also load. But again, that's not entirely accurate, but that's the idea. The reason why that's important is because this skip requires going over a wall, and then you get the lap count. So by loading the entire track, you enable the idea of you finishing a lap without the game realizing that you can't go where the skip will put you. So basically, if you don't complete a lap and do the skip, the game will realize that you weren't supposed to do it. However, if you do a lap, the game will have loaded the whole track and will thus allow you to be there. So that's the explanation for why it works. Another thing, before I get into the nitty gritty of what the skip is you're gonna need a nitro. This is important and kind of technically the only luck-based factor of this. You need a nitro. That's absolutely paramount. That is important. So I have a nitro. I have 10 Wampus so that my TNT turned into a nitro. I'm about to complete lap 1 of Tiny Arena. I will get into the glitch explanation next. And I'm back. So basically you want to get up against this wall here just to jump right into it. You want to line up at about this angle and hold X like that. So you want to be about this angle and hold X. Now, when you are just before that line on the wall, you see the massive line going up. When you're just before that, start hitting right. So you end up at that angle. And what you're going to do is about halfway through that turn, you're going to hit circle to place the nitro. Like that. And that is about perfect. This nitro position right here is about what you want. So basically there are 3 things that are very, very important to Tiny Arena Skip. And this is why it's so hard, because you need to keep a track of all the variables at play. The nitro needs to be shaped in such a way that you're not going to get stuck under that ridge in the wall. Freeze will probably draw a circle around it, my editor. Hello, Freeze. He'll probably draw a circle around the ridge I'm talking about. So you want the nitro to be slightly outward from the wall so that you don't get stuck under that. That's step 1. The other thing that's important to know about this nitro is you need it to be placed just after the line in the wall. You see how my nitro is placed? The left side of the nitro is perfectly in line with the line on the wall. That is perfect. That's really, really good. Now the last part, and this is where you can easily mess it up regardless of how good your nitro positioning is the line off this turbo pad. So what we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to hit this turbo pad, do 1 mini turbo whilst drifting into the nitro, but not have too acute of an angle. What I mean by that is going too far left on the nitro's face. If you hit the nitro too far on the left, you will simply not make it. You need to be center right of the nitro, around there. So what I mean by that is if I'm lining up here, I need to hit the nitro central, but slightly to the right from this position. This is another fact that's important. And hopefully I'll get it. If not, then I've probably done something wrong, but we'll see. And there you go. If everything aligns like this, if you get the 3 things that are important to this skip correctly, it should work every time. However, this is Tiny Arena Skip. This is one of the hardest skips in the game, and it is very, very easy to get any one of those like variables slightly wrong. And by slightly, I literally mean pixels incorrectly. Don't beat yourself up about it, basically. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's not worth it. Tiny Arena Skip is incredibly hard. Failing it is part of the speedrun at top level. It is what it is. But if you do all 3 correctly, that should be the result. Thank you for watching. You can check out my stream at any point. I'm live every day, twitch.tv/Hypnoshark. I have been playing more Crash 123 and Spyro 123 recently, but CTR will always be the main game on my Twitch channel. So if you want to see this being speedrun, stop by. And yeah, thank you for watching. Take care.